Dear friends, this is Srinivasan, who is having more than 40 years experience in this construction industry, trying to present you a small presentation on how to install and maintain the passenger lifts erected in the residential buildings. It's a civil conclave presentation. Elevator work procedures, types, checklist, installation precautions, and maintenances. An elevator work procedure is a cabin that moves vertically. It is used for transporting person, goods ups and down. It is a substitute for a staircase. It occupies a lesser space. It is the most convenient way of vertical circulation in multi-storied building. See, these are the images of the elevators. Types of elevator with a clear lift pit and machine room sizes. Types of elevators are passenger elevator, freight elevator, stretcher elevator, dump elevator, capsule elevator. Generally, traveler lifts are utilized in building development. For a private structure, a traveler lift of 5 to 8 man lift with a folding or a swing entryway, shade and single speed is utilized. In business structures, lifts 5 to 20 man limit, programmed entryway with a single two-fold rapid is utilized. According to the guidelines of the corporation, a lift is unquestionable requirement for a structures with G plus 5 floors. A regular arrangement and height of the traveler lift are appeared in the figure. Here you can see that how the lift pits have been located. All the dimensions has been given in the elevators. Okay, what is the door opening, etc., etc. Everything has been mentioned in this drawing, which you will get it from the elevator vendor. Here again I am trying to show you the sketches of all the 4 elevators. You can see here these are the packets which is to be positioned at machine rooms. Okay, all these details will be provided by the lift vendor. Here it is a section of the elevator showing the floor heights and other locations, highest, and how the car has been moving down. These drawing also shall be provided by the vendor. Lift pit and machine room sizes. The sizes of the lift pit and machine room varies from manufacturer to manufacturer. Elevator lift work procedures. Installation. Refer lift work procedure drawings before the execution of any work. Civil work for lift pit. And all hoistway dividers should be at least 23 centimeter block or 150 mm RCC work. Focus opening entryways are suggested. Profundity should be 1.4 meter, that is 4.6 inches underneath the most reduced landing level. That is the minimum level of the lift pit. The lift should be taken into hard layers of a ground. In the event that the away from the highest point of the pontoon up to the least arrival level is more than 1.4 meter, at that point additional profundity should be loaded with a plumb concreting. What I am trying to say in this, if the pit has been more than 1.4 meter or 1.6 meter as mentioned in the vendor, if it has been done to the up to the desired level, it has to be filled with a plumb concrete. The lift pit should be totally watertight and Sahaba type water treatment should be done. MS ladder should be given for in the lift pit for people going down and doing the erection work. Give 40 centimeter by 40 centimeter by 75 centimeter, that is 1:2:4 solid square in the lift pit at the spot appeared in the lifted drawing to convey the cradle spring. that is the spring which is going to sit below the car. Civil work for a lift well. Scaffolding should be provided for the lift erection in the shaft and should be removed after the erection work is completed. The horizontal support of the scaffolding should be 0.9 meter to 1.05 meter and should exceed 1.05 meter for the convenience of working. Provide pockets for the sides and backside walls at the locations shown by the erection agencies. Grout the same after fixing the rag bolt for a guide rails. It cannot be adopted where the lift pit is more than 1.7 meter by 1.4 meter size and require bracket supports for a guide rails. The fasteners and the rag bolts should be provided at a distance not exceeding 2.1 meter. This is to be confirmed from the elevator agency. To make the guide rails steady, they should not be fixed on the concreting surface and not on the block brick masonry works. For this, the vertical distance between the two RCC beams should not exceed 2.1 meter. Make pockets and grout them for rails, bracket indicators, boxes, etc. in position. CPT code template should be provided. The erection agency will fix up the template and plumb. The door position can be fixed accordingly. For door design, the ground floor and upper floors, refer the earlier images. Provide door frames in CPT code only. In the case of brick block masonry, all RCC beams should be marked with a red oil paint, that is 15-inch image stripes in all three sides. This helps locating the RCC beam position. The rag bolt fasteners can be fixed accordingly in the RCC portion. The door frames and adjoining masonry work should be done for all floors except for the first entry floor, that is either parking or a ground floor. The door frame should be erected after the lift car erection and completion of all works of the entrance hall passages. For the landing flooring near the entrance door of the lift, consider the sill of the collapsible gate after fixing the collapsible gate. 2 coats of whitewash to be provided for all the walls of the lift. Electrical work. Electrical meter. 3-phase separate electrical meter is required for an individual lift. Cables. 4 by 2 into 3.5 core copper armored cable or equivalent capacity aluminum cable to be provided from the meter room at the ground floor to the machine room. 2.5 mm by 3 core copper armored cable to be provided from meter room to machine room and again to the bottom of the lift well. Main switches. 2 numbers of 32 ampere capacity. 1 CTP, that is called iron clad triple pole. 1 in the meter room of the ground floor, another in the machine room. 3 numbers of 16 amperes DP, 1 in the meter room of the ground floor and 2 in the machine room should be provided. Light points. 1 tube light point in the machine room with an additional socket and switch. 1 external point at the entrance of the door machine room. In the lift well, 1 wooden block containing a bulb with a switch and a socket with a switch at the level of 1.5 feet below each floor level, except for the ground floor, should be provided. In addition, a similar block at the machine room floor level and 1 on 0.9 meter below FFL at the ground floor should be provided. Earthing. 8 gauge copper double earthing from the earth pit to the machine room. 1 CTP motor and the controller should be provided. Locations. The underground cable should run from the ground floor meter room to the lift well, inside the lift well. Cable should run on the backside wall near and off the corner of the lift up to the location of the main switches in the machine room adjoining these cables. The lighting point should also be provided inside the lift well. Saddling of the cables at 0.6 meter interval in succession should be provided. Erection of all machines as per the PWD and the regulation should be carried out by an authoritative agency. Checklist of elevator. Check the size of the lift pit as per the standard dimension. Check lift shaft for a perfect right angle plumb from top to bottom. Check the position, size, line, level, plumb of lift door frames. Check the depth of the lift pit from the parking FFL as per manufacturer requirement. Ensure that the door frame is flush to the plaster inside the lift shaft. Ensure that the bottom slab of the machine room with all opening is as per the manufacturer. Check the hooks of the top slab required to set the pulley at the time of erection. Lift machine room flooring should be IPS. Check the rigidity of the foundation of the concreting and bolts provided for the lift machine. Ensure that the openings for the trap door is closed properly with a good quality trap door. Ensure that the finishing of the packets in the lift machine room slab is done properly. Ensure that landing floor is done considering the clear required height of the opening in the door frame. Landing slope should be given away from the lift door. Check the rigidity of the scaffolding during erection to prevent any accidents. Scaffolding should be done as per the requirement of the lift erectors. Check the rigidity of the rails fixed with the fasteners. Check the alignment of the rail for truly in plumb. Check the quality and size of the foundation concreting for buffer space. Check all the materials supplied by the manufacturer for the required sizes, specification, quality, effective working, etc. Check the quality of workmanship for all erection work. Check the finishing of the lift car from inside. Check the electric supply with a separate electric meter for the lift. Check the safety arrangement during operation of the lift like opening, auto locking of the door, etc. Ensure that sufficient counterweight has been provided. Check the quality and specification of the electrical cables used for the lift work. Check the lift for smooth operation and floor to floor stop control from inside to outside. Check all indicators. Ensure sufficient ventilation in the lift machine room and a weld mesh to act as a guard from birds, etc. Check the functioning of the air system. Check the key for emergency operation of the lift. Ensure that the instruction plate is fixed. See, this is the typical door from a collapsible door. Here you can see the notch for locks, hole for how it is to be fixed, door frame sizes, precautions, and all the maintenance has been shown in the drawing. Single authorized agency should handle the work right from the start to the completion of erecting the machine. For electrical and installation work, appoint agencies with authorized licenses as per rules laid down by the inspectors. Ensure that there is no water seepages in the lift, machine room and hoistway. Maintenance of elevator. Maintenance of elevator work procedure should be entrusted to the authorized licensees. The agencies will inspect said works every 3 months and will attend all the call as and when required. Lubrication of wire ropes and guide rails. Checking the level of machine pits. motor greasing, cleaning of all equipments, adjustment in electrical circuits, landing gate lock and car gate switch, inspection of hoistway switches. Legal formalities. These are the three formalities to be completed, A, B and C. They should be obtained from the PWD authorities, that is the lift department. A form. After booking the lift, obtain permission from the PWD department for installation. The elevator can be installation started only after receiving approval. Form B. After completion of all the required lift works as per rules and regulations laid down by the PWD department, the inspector of lift shall visit the site and inspect the elevator work procedure. If satisfied, he will forward the B form to the higher authorities. C form. After obtaining both an A-B permission, apply for the C form, that is permission for using the lift. The PWD department will issue license for this. Thank you for watching this presentation. Kindly subscribe, like and share, which will motivate me for a further good presentation. In case of any queries, do not hesitate to write to me. The response shall be at the earliest. All the images courtesy is Otis Elevator Drawings. Contact me civilconclave@gmail.com or at my telegram group, Ask Srini telegram groups. Link is as below. Kindly subscribe, like and share so that I can get motivated and give you furthermore good presentation. Thank you once again. Kindly subscribe.